Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, 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 bum, ba-dum, 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 bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. DC, I'm coming to your town in less than a week. Come on. Washington, D.C., DMV. I am coming to your town. Sold out show. I cannot wait. I don't even know what we're going to talk about because every show is going to be uniquely different because it will be based off of what's currently happening in pop culture, what's currently happening on these shows that we love to talk about and watch. And of course, we will be talking about Love and Marriage DC. However, DC, you let me know. Are you guys watching DC? That's what I want to know. Please let me know in the live chat. Please let me know in the comment section. Are you guys watching this? And if you are, how are you feeling about this? Do you feel like this cast truly represents your city? That is an important question for me because I don't know because I'm not from this city. And we waited a long time to even get this season. And now that we've gotten it, how are we feeling about it? Well, I'm honest with you. I really try to show up. And I keep saying it's only 10 episodes. It's only 10 episodes that I know of. I believe it's only 10 episodes. So I'm really trying to get into this. But I'm not sure exactly what we are fighting about. And we're going to unpack that in this episode. Episode 3 of Love and Marriage DC. Let's get into this.
Baby, won't you listen to me? I got that flavor. I know you're dying to feed. I ain't no dancer. Just got some hip in my feet. Now throw your hands up. Ooh, you bring the lighter. I got the fuse. You make a fire. I'll add the fuel. Follow my lead. Just watch your shoes. Gotta turn the heat up to get this cool.
Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Don't forget, you can also take us on the go by downloading our podcast. We had a lot of content, podcast exclusive content, including some of our past recaps from this week. And you will get an opportunity to hear a little bit from our sold out New York City Kempire After Dark live show that happened a few weeks ago. All right, DC, I'm not including everything. I'm saving the full show from New York and DC for something special. But if you're a member of the channel, you can see and hear the first New York City show that we had. We have another one coming up. Stay tuned for those dates. More dates for other cities coming this week as well, hopefully. But yeah, so if you are a member of the channel, you have first access. If you're a Team Kempire member, sorry. Royal Court members, sorry. You only had 24 hours to watch it. Senior Royals, though, you have unlimited access until I decide to take it down. And don't forget, while you're over on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify, give us a 5-star rating because these little things, yes, we appreciate the likes, we appreciate the super chats, the super stickers, the Venmos, the cat, all of that is wonderful. But liking the video by giving us a 5-star review on Apple or on Spotify, that helps build what we're trying to do. If you enjoy what you are getting here, be sure to give us a review there. All right, so let's get into our recap of Love and Marriage DC, episode 3. And look, this is the last episode that we will have before I'm in DC. So we'll talk about these first 3 episodes and what's to come. But at the same time, I'm like, what am I recapping? What am I watching? Right before I even start this recap, I'm thinking to myself, so what exactly am I talking about? I wish I could get excited Because although there isn't a lot of toxicity or craziness happening on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, this last few episodes, I actually was excited to talk with you guys and hear what you have to say about the episode. I don't necessarily feel that when it comes to Love and Marriage, right? And I mean that with Huntsville either and with DC. And I'm just guessing because it's just a regurgitation of things that we don't necessarily care about. But I can also say that about Potomac. Potomac, I used to get excited about recapping, but like week after week, I'm like, but I have to say, I'm still more interested in Potomac than DC, Love and Marriage DC. So we'll have a lot to say come Friday in regards to Potomac, especially with Deadline conveniently releasing ratings. Mind you, no other network or streaming platform releases their ratings. We wish that they would. But how are we supposed to verify that these ratings are actually correct from Bravo in regards to Potomac? They're saying Potomac is having their best season ever when it comes to ratings. Look, I get it. Live viewers, you can't go by live viewers anymore. It's not necessarily the precursor for success, especially in the streaming age. However, it is an indication on what's happening over there. So I do find it convenient that Bravo releases its numbers that we're supposed to just believe and trust when they lie in other ways. But anyways, look, they said the same thing about Married to Medicine. They're having their best rated season ever. I don't know if I believe that either. And I love Married to Medicine, but I'm like, I don't know if this is their best rated season ever. But okay. All right. Do you guys believe them? Live chat, replay crew, do you believe Bravo's numbers? Because they conveniently release these numbers for certain shows. We're still waiting on them to release the numbers for Real Housewives of Atlanta. But Kenya recently said in an interview, Candy has said in the past, oh, our viewer numbers, our live viewer numbers, and our streaming, things like that are top. We're still in the top 5 shows at Bravo. Yet they're still rebooting this cast. What does that tell you? So if ratings and everything was copacetic and everything was good, why are we rebooting if the numbers are still numbering? How do I get into it? Because I'd much rather talk about that than talk about Love and Marriage DC. Sorry, y'all. Where's Sharella? Look, where... Okay, so after I did my recap of Love and Marriage DC last week, I got an opportunity because I had just finished doing it. Then I saw that Ashley and Winter are doing their weekly recaps. So I went to see what they were saying because I wanted to see if it would give me context. Only for me to, lo and behold, Carmen from the Thruple was a part of the live. So I was like, wait a minute. Isn't she friends with Clifton? Isn't she friends with Joy? Well, apparently, Joy unfollowed her during this live. Apparently, they were shading. The live chat was giving me the clip notes, not the Clifton notes, giving me the updates when I came in, because I came in when they were already like an hour in. So I'm sitting there just taking everything in. And I have to say, it did give me more context. And again, I will say this is Ashley's side of things. I get it. But Joy, you're not winning in the PR of the situation, because I do believe them. The reason why we're not getting Sharella, according to them, according to Winter and Ashley, both of them are saying this, it's because, remember, and honestly, I believe this because we saw this in season 2, that Joy does not want to be around Sharella. She doesn't want to be around Black because they had issues. Remember, Black and Joy used to be in a band together. We still haven't gotten to the bottom of what exactly happened there in regards to he was dating one of her friends and then I don't know what happened. Honestly, I don't care. Right? Anyone else? We don't care. Unless it's juicy and it actually makes sense, we don't care. Unless you're going to tell us what happened, we don't care. Okay? Anyway. So part of the reason why Sharella, we don't see her a lot this season, or at least in these first few episodes, allegedly, I don't know why I have to say allegedly. Who cares at this point? But anyways, I'll say allegedly is because of Joy and Joy refusing to film with her. That's okay. Can she film with y'all, with the rest of the crew? I'm just like, because she's usually a lot more interesting than the rest of these folks. A lot of these folks are boring. To be honest with you, I don't care about Raina and Jamie. No. Okay, we'll get to them. So we continue from where we left off last week, and that is with the guys at the wrestling place. They're at the wrestling place and they're talking about this throuple and the pictures that Carmen has posted on social media and things like that. Carmen did give more context during this review with Ashley and Winter, which Clifton mentions in this scene in regards to when they went on that trip together, and that's when all the throuple conversation was out there in regards to that. Honestly, if they were a throuple, good for them, but they're saying they're not a throuple. She had been dating I guess the guy from Ready to Love, and things had fallen apart, and they were all supposed to go on a group trip together, and they told her to come anyway. All right. Seems like I don't get vibes like there's anything unsavory happening as three. But I did say last week I didn't like how Carmen came in and the way that this was depicted. Their relationship seemed inappropriate. And mind you, I'm okay with men and women being friends, but her grabbing on his beard, them reminiscing about when they were on Ready to Love and their first date. But Carmen says when they were on Ready to Love, giving full context, it makes a little bit more sense and why you don't believe that there's anything happening. She says pretty much Joy and Clifton were like already a couple. So she was just like, oh, because she came in as one of those people that she wasn't a part of the original cast. She came in as sort of as the wrench in the situation, for lack of a better word, the wrench. So she sort of like the surprise person who came mid-season or a few episodes in. So she was like, oh, wait, so you guys are vibing with each other? Okay, so I'm going to go over here and vibe with some other people. This is what she says, okay? But at the top of this episode, the married guys are like, this is weird. This is a weird relationship. Okay. So it goes from that to Quick talking about Ashley and Joy's issues. And Quick makes it seem as if Ashley and Joy weren't friends. He said that he actually saw the text message between Ashley and Joy. Clifton says he hasn't seen the text. Clifton feels in his confessional that Quick is trying to get Black. Mind you, Black doesn't get along with Clifton's wife, Joy. He feels as if Quick is trying to get Black on his side in regards to what's going on between Ashley and Joy. Quick is emphasizing, but they weren't friends. Can we just point blank period say it was wrong for Ashley to speak about this woman's marriage, her personal storyline, because it did have ramifications potentially for her storyline. Like, I mean, point blank period. Okay? Let me take a sip. For my coldest water bottle. I love my water bottle. Anyways, so I just, and look, Ashley apologized. Was it sincere? We will get back to that because, again, we talk about it at the end. All right. So the guys are getting a little divided, specifically Quick and Clifton, because their wives are having issues with each other. All right. So Arena, Jamie, and her mom go to the pet shop. Yeah, the pet shop, because she has a baby dragon that's 7 months old. I mean, people say the dragons are like a really, like certain animals are very good for you. And I've heard, look, it's the year of the dragon. Happy Lunar New Year. Happy Chinese New Year to anyone that celebrates. I almost forgot. Wait. Yes. Happy New Year. And happy, we just had, you're still feeling the energy of the last new moon that we just had on Friday. So you're probably still feeling the energy, all you Aquariuses and fixed signs and all that goodness. We talk about that stuff over here. Happy Sunday. Look, happy Sunday. All right. Anyways, happy New Year to anyone that celebrates. Okay. So Arena decides to talk about the whole throuple situation with Carmen and Joy and Clifton, and she poses the question to Jamie, like, so like, how do you feel about it? And he doesn't want to answer the question, so it leads to a heated exchange between Arena and Jamie, because Jamie is accusing Arena of past misdeeds, which they've talked about last season, in regards to her business relationship with men, okay? Or with a particular man. Look, we in season 1, because I told you, y'all think that when I say the DMV is strong over here in this community, oh no, the DMV is strong. We sold out for a reason, okay? The way that people were in my DMs about Arena and Jamie before we even got to meet them in regards to their relationship, So I do believe them in regards to what they're bringing up. I know some people might not, but these people have been together for almost 30 years. They've been through some things as a couple. Okay. I don't know how honest they're being in regards to it, because based on what I've heard, it was allegedly more than just, flirtation in DMs. Allegedly. Okay. From what I can recall, I can't remember all the information that was sent to me because I really don't care. I think if I cared, I probably would be like, oh, I remember every single detail.
Receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots, means everything.
Okay? All kinds of tea about the Tylers were given to me. But I'm just like, I don't care enough about this show to keep that in my brain. But I do remember the accusations of cheating, which this conversation of Joy and Clifton and their marriage, because Raina's like, I need to talk to my girl because this is not acceptable. And Jamie's like, you are a hypocrite. Because this is literally an issue that we had and you didn't see anything wrong with it at the time. So it gets a little heated in front of Arena's mom. And then Arena leaves. All right. So they continue this conversation outside, and it gives us more context to what's gone on in their relationship. But Arena has said, Jamie, I've forgiven Jamie for a bunch of stuff. The one time that I do something wrong or inappropriate, or that he deems inappropriate, he can't let it go. I believe that. That's the personality that I get from Jamie Tyler. It's all good with him, but let Arena make one mistake and she won't be able to live it down for the rest of her life. But what he says, and this is when they meet with the intuitive healer, so I'm jumping ahead because I didn't really get much from that scene. I'm sorry, Arena and Jamie, you guys, y'all, they're really trying to give you a storyline this season and it's just not landing. It's not landing. But it's okay. Not everyone has to have a storyline every single season. Y'all can come up and look beautiful. The gowns, beautiful gowns. They're good-looking couple. Good-looking couple. All fit and whatnot. I saw Jamie posted he getting his fitness on. Good for you, Jamie. Me too. Me too. But they're the best dressed of this entire cast. All right. When they walked into the suite, when they had that profile of them walking in, I was like, come on, Tylers. That's what they're giving us this season. Beautiful gowns. Just saying. Okay. Focus. Let me focus. Anyways. So they talk about that. All right. So Ashley and her family with Quick and her kids go rock climbing. Of course, you remember Quick last season had some health issues because he was working too much. Well, now he's trying to find work-life balance because, like, what's the point of doing all this hard work and you don't share it with your family and you're not spending time with your family? I mentioned this because I think a lot of people recap the show and just sort of skip over that and go straight to the drama. No, I think it's important to remind us all, because sometimes we need that little reminder, including myself. All work and no play is not fun, okay? And there's no point to that. That's not why we are here, all right? We're not here even to work, all right? Just saying. We're here to enjoy life, period. So Ashley says that she's no longer trying to build a relationship with Joy. She's done with Joy, which says to me there's more to this and they're not saying it. And I'm wondering if we will get more context from the reunion. I don't think so. I feel like we are getting context from their recaps on YouTube, at least her side of things. I emphasize that to say because it's her side of things. It's her perception of the situation. Joy, are you going to do an interview somewhere? No. And y'all need to stop tagging Joy when I was looking for a singer for opening up for me for our DC show. Y'all tagged Winter. Y'all tagged Joy. No, we're looking for up and coming singers. They're more established. Okay, maybe at least Joy is. Sorry, Winter. But no, I want to sing a singer. No, someone passionate. just digging it deeper. Just digging it deeper. Guys, if you haven't already, be sure to like the video. Be sure to subscribe. It is a subscribers only live chat. And if you're watching the replay, don't forget to let us know how you would rate this week's episode of Love and Marriage DC. Your thoughts on the season so far, even though it's only 3 episodes, which is fine. which is fine. We also went live Friday. We went live Friday for our TGIF live. We had a special live. We talked about Jonathan Majors, but we also talked about the aftermath of Monique's interview on Club Shay Shay and her beef with D.L. Hughley. Sidebar, congratulations to Monique. She had like a 1 minute standing ovation in Connecticut because, as you know, she's also a part of the Dark Matter tour with Cat Williams. Well, now she is. That announcement came this week as well. All right. So back to Love and Marriage DC. Okay. Back to Ashley and Quick. So they're talking about he's inviting the guys to be a part of the suite, and he's like, I'm going to invite everyone, including Joy and Clifton. And Ashley clearly does not seem happy about it. All right. So we move from there to a surprising conversation about Ashley saying that she looks at little Jamie, he's not Junior, but you know what, LJ, we'll call him LJ. Every season. She says he's clearly hurt. His relationship with his dad reminds her of her relationship with her mom. So she wants to have a conversation with him, but also because she looks to Irena and Jamie as friends, but also like family. This is where she's all nice and sweet, Ashley. She's not the, irritable Ashley. She's not mean girl Ashley. Well, here's the thing. Because we always like to talk about astrological signs. Ashley's a Scorpio, right? A water sign. We found out that LJ, Lil Jamie, is a Cancer. Another water sign. I was like, this is probably why she can kind of see and understand where he's coming from. As a Scorpio, she's very intuitive. So she probably understands where... We all know that little Jamie is underneath the anger and the bad behavior. There's a hurt little boy. When you see big Jamie, you're like, we understand. We understand. We can also understand based off Irena. Because I think Irena, although a very lovely woman, I also think there is a level of trying to make things look perfect where kids that don't feel they live up to that perfection feel neglected, feel inferior, feel insecure. And I'm not saying that Irena did that intentionally. I think because she likes to paint the picture of perfection, it's put pressure on her children that feel like they can't live up to that. Not me breaking this down in psychology way. I met with my therapist this weekend. I'm glad that I did, because you know what? Sometimes you just want to go on the internet. This is why celebrities need therapy, because those moments when you see them spaz out on the internet, if they were in therapy, they'd be like, you know what? Let me call my therapist, and they get paid to listen to you. And sidebar, you can still use our BetterHelp discount. BetterHelp.com. They're not paying for this. I'm just saying therapy's important. BetterHelp.com/Kempire for your 10% off your first month. Just saying. I will post the link in the description, because mental health is important, even if they're not paying for ad revenue here. No, I had that thought, and I said, I need, on Sunday, I like to preach a little bit on Sundays. If you're new here, every once in a while, when I'm inspired to say something, I say it. But I say all that to say, this is what Ashley wants to do for Lil Jamie. And I think that's good. Because she doesn't have to. She's, that's her castmate's son, but she feels like she needs to have a conversation with him. So they talk a little bit about that. So Irena and Joy. You know how I feel about Irena and Joy's scenes, right? They're not interesting. Not at all. So Irena brings up the whole thruple conversation with Joy, because she says she has her concerns. She feels like the posts that Carmen posted were inappropriate. But Joy says that she trusts Carmen. I wonder how she feels now. And I'm wondering, based off of the reunion already being filmed, and it looks like Carmen and Joy and Clifton had a falling out after the reunion. So it makes me wonder. What we will see during the reunion, and if Carmen has their back throughout the season. I mean, I don't know the timeline of things. But Joy says that she trusts Carmen. And, she explains how some of these rumors have been, people have said it, and they've sort of leaned into it. They don't care. But the producers asked Irena if she believes that Joy and Clifton are in an open relationship. Irina said, I don't know about that, but she's like, the Tylers are not. That, which made me kind of looking like, they might not be in an open relationship, but it doesn't mean the relationship wasn't open. Okay, anyways, moving on. Mind your business. Okay, it's Sunday. So Joy says that the same can be said. So, see, here's the thing, because during this conversation, they talk about the basketball get-together that's going to happen, and Joy says that she sent a text. But before we see this text message, which I paused to read, she mentions the same can be said in regards to the whole throuple conversation, can be said about Ashley and Alicia, her best friend for like how long, and in the relationship with Quick. Here's the difference, though. I don't see Alicia going on vacations with Quick and Ashley. It's very possible, but I don't follow them on social media. It's very possible, but I don't get that same vibe. Also, Alicia's been her friend for how long? I believe it's like a 20+ year friendship. So basically, since they've been kids. So, and they called. What did she call them? She called them the finger twins. So I was sort of like, okay, you're saying this, but then you sent a text message talking about resolving your issues and saying, let's do this for women of color and people that are in love and da 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 da. You say that, but in this scene, you're being shady. So, which says to me, the text wasn't genuine. It wasn't genuine. And look, we know Ashley has been saying shady things about Joy, but she don't know that. She's talking behind her back like you're supposed to. No, I'm joking. But that's the thing. Based on what we know, she doesn't know that. But she says, I sent her a text message so we can have a conversation before the sweet situation. Obviously, Ashley does not respond to that text. Which makes me wonder, though, Ashley, because maybe I'm just too forgiving. I probably would be more willing to be like, okay, we can have a conversation and let's see where it goes. I just don't understand why these two just hate each other. Not even hate each other. Why they're not willing to be like, what we're fighting about is not that big of a deal, which says to me there's probably more going on than we know. And based off of these YouTube recaps that they're doing, you're getting a better understanding. Look, why am I promoting their YouTube? Look, it's helping me give you context, because if I base it just on the show, I'd be like, what are we talking about? Nothing's happening here. I don't understand why these two do not get along. I still don't understand. I get it. You don't like Joy. Joy is a wet rag. She's not interesting on the show. And then, they also gave us more context about that whole situation with his beard oil and the business side of things. Apparently, Joy had dropped the ball. Like, literally, when Carmen talked more about it during this recap, it was sort of like, oh, okay. All right. Anyways, I can't remember everything that was said in that recap. Okay. Moving on. So Ashley goes to the sleep doctor because she has been having, and I saw her talk about this on social media, that she doesn't get a lot of sleep at all. And it's been like this for like 8 years. So she's getting analyzed by this doctor, trying to figure everything out. And based off of all of her symptoms, it sounds as if she is premenopausal. And apparently she is taking medication for depression, but she says, she'll take it for some time, it'll work, and then it'll stop working. Then they said, they're going to do blood work. Apparently, she might be estrogen dominant, which equals super bitch. And she's like, I can already tell you that's me. Check it off. That's me. Here's the thing. I don't think people realize lack of sleep affects your health in so many different ways. One of because I go to my doctor religiously, and I go to a nutritionist, and I go to therapy, and they all ask similar questions. How's your sleep? How's your diet? Are you working out? They ask all those questions, but they always ask about sleep. My nutrition asks about sleep and water too. As I take a sip. But they always ask about sleep. And I'm so grateful that I don't have issues sleeping, because I have friends that have issues, like they've dealt with this for years, that have issues sleeping. They try melatonin, that doesn't work. And you can't take some of those other prescriptions for long periods of time. You know what I mean? So I feel for anyone that can't sleep, because it does lead you to being stressed. It leads you to being depressed. If you're not getting sleep is important. Sleep is very, very important. So if you are able to sleep, make sure you're getting enough. All right. So they shared that scene. Arena and Jamie meet with the intuitive healer, which we've seen through. We saw her on Monique's YouTube channel, but then we also saw her, I think, the first season. And I was expecting something else from this meeting, but it was more like therapy. And I was sort of like, okay. I mean, it's a form of therapy, but I guess I was expecting something different from Terry. So they talk about their issues. They talk about their past. They talk about Arena's business relationship that was deemed inappropriate. Arena brings up all the pictures of Jamie and women and things like that. And he was like, I work in the nightlife. I'm taking pictures with women all the time, which to me makes sense. But like I said, I can't remember every single detail about the accusations in this relationship. But I feel like there's more that they're just not sharing, which is fine because maybe they don't want to bring it up, very much like Dr. Jackie on Married to Medicine doesn't want to bring up or go to Hilton Head because of what it might spark in the relationship. A lot of people are walking around with unhealed wounds that are just sort of waiting for the Band-Aid to just fall off and just bleed out. I don't understand how people do that. I get it. Maybe some people just agree to disagree and they're just like, let's move. I don't know how you move forward, especially if you can't end up going there. Because if you can't go there or you can't go to a location, then have you truly healed? Have you truly healed? You know what I mean? So I don't know. I thought this was a non-mother factor scene. But that's how I'm feeling. Beautiful gowns. That's all I will say about this scene. Beautiful gowns. They weren't wearing beautiful gowns, but that's what I'll say. All right, let's get to the basketball game. Let's get to the basketball game. So we're at this basketball game. We're in the suite. And people are having drinks. Ashley's there first with Quick. Arena and Jamie come on in. Beautiful gowns. Beautiful gowns. And then, of course, Joy and Clifton arrive. Apparently, the guys never got back to Quick or confirmed that they were actually even coming. So, before they even get in there, Joy's just like, I'm not getting kicked out this time. I'm not getting kicked out, only for her to get kicked out. Anyways, so here's the thing, Ashley. This is why people call you a mean girl, because you don't have to make these faces. You don't have to be, you could say hello. You know that she's coming. No one's saying that you have to hug Joy. No one's saying that you have to be like, hey, Joy, how you doing? No one's asking you to even be fake. And maybe you feel like saying hello would be being fake. No, for me, that's just being civil. You're both on a show. They're in a suite that they're sharing with you. I think that would have been at least an open door to like, okay, maybe we can move forward. Not now, maybe not in this moment, but maybe in the future, because we're slowly but surely building trust again. All right? Maybe I'm just living fairy tales. Is that what it is? Or am I grown and mature? Maybe. Because I just feel like everyone could have said hello to Clifton and Joy when they came in. It didn't have to be as soon as she saw that they came in, she looked back and she was like it didn't have. That is so immature, Ashley. That is so immature. Anyways, see, look, I know some people are like, oh, you love Ashley. No, I think Ashley's great for the show, but I'm gonna still call you out when I think you're wrong. I'm not that type of person. if you're new here. Like, if I think you're wrong, you're wrong. If I think you're boring, you're boring. If I think you're good for a show, even if I don't like you or your personality, I'm going to say it. Saying all that to say, then we get this conversation between Ashley and Joy outside the suite. And again, okay, they unpack. Okay, Ashley brought up the whole marriage thing to her friend. And she apologized. She said, I apologize. And the way that Joy was kind of responding is like Joy wanted Ashley to keep saying sorry, to keep like, are we good? Are we good? Well, Joy says, well, it took a turn. Well, also, Ashley says that she didn't like the fact that Joy came to her Christmas party and did not speak to her. We talked about that already. Joy, because you guys have beef, especially, you should have went to Ashley and like, hey, it didn't have to be a big thing. It didn't have to, I'm sorry. It could have been just like, hey, thank you for inviting me. And then it's like, maybe tonight we can have a conversation. I'm just going to grab a drink or something. Maybe. I feel like you come to someone's home. This is actually your home. It's not some club, even if it wasn't. We were just talking about this on Potomac. You see, I keep bringing it back to a show that I'd much rather talk about. Sorry. Love and Marriage DC. When we talk about Giselle coming to the weed event and not speaking to the host, it's rude. It's rude. All right. Anyways, so they talk about that, and Joy says, well, our conversation was heated, and you're making it seem like I was the only one heated. You then up bringing up like, oh, I brought you on the show, and making it seem like I owe you something. Well, then it leads from all of that to Ashley bringing up what Clifton told Quick and alluding that maybe Ashley and Quick were jealous of Joy and Clifton because they were on the show before them. And she was like, what do I have to be jealous of? So their conversation gets very heated. Again, watching this conversation, I'm thinking to myself, what are they really arguing about? Why don't they like each other? And my thing is, it's not that they have to like each other, but you can at least get along for the show. And I'm sure there's a lot of other things happening on in this group of friends. Because I know Ashley took to social media and she was like, oh, they could have highlighted this, and this, but there was not enough drama, so they didn't highlight it. I get it. They're producing a reality show. But at the same time, this beef between Ashley and Joy, I'm still just sort of like, I'm not interested. I don't get it. I mean, I get not liking someone. I get Joy being upset. The fact that Ashley, told her secret and that may have caused an issue for Joy. Oh, sidebar. That's another thing that I learned from that recap, because I think Carmen mentioned this, that Ready to Love were considering possibly doing some sort of special on Joy and Clifton if they got married or if they did anything in their lives. They were considering doing maybe some sort of special. So maybe this is what, because we have to think about, it's layered. It's not just about, her, Ashley and Joy having a bond or them being friends and she told a secret. It was more business. It's more about the reality show. And this is what we talked about with other reality shows. Sometimes the fights that we're watching has nothing to do with what they're talking about. It's more about the reality show. It's more about the business. It's more about the egos involved. So it sounds as if Clifton and Joy were annoyed by that because now maybe this opportunity, which is a bag for them. And they're annoyed that maybe Ashley did that intentionally. And now she feels betrayed by her, which I can understand. And I think we all can agree, Ashley sharing this information, that's not her information to share, was wrong. But Ashley says that she apologized. And she's like, woo, woo, woo. No. So it gets even more heated because Joy goes back inside and Ashley's just like, y'all can go. This is my suite. Again, very immature. Because look, I get it. You guys are not getting along. You're not, but they were invited. I'm not going to kick them out. You already kicked them out of your house. You don't have to kick them out of this. Well, Clifton's there. Quick went downstairs to be on the court. Clifton gets involved in the mess. Clifton is one of those, he's a Peter Thomas. And I'm not going to say what Nene has called Peter Thomas. Y'all can say it in the comment section. I'm not going to say it because I just feel like I don't like that. Because we talked about this for Love and Marriage Huntsville. But he's messy. His name is Petty, though. So it feels like anyone with the last name Petty really lives up to that name. So it's his body language. We have to remember that Clifton is not a small man. Quick is not there. And the way he leans forward towards Ashley was a little like, first of all, why are you getting involved in regards to this? I'm like, I'm not getting involved, but like, why do we have to leave? Why do we have to leave? That would be my thing. But of course, that's how the episode ends. They will unpack more of this in next week's episode, if I even care. I will be in DC on that Saturday. I have no promises that I will even recap the episode, to be honest with you. I'll be busy, checking out the sites. Checking out the sites before I gotta leave. Okay, just say it. Anyways, DC, I cannot wait to see all of you. Some of you that came to the New York City show told me that there was quite a few of you that came to New York City and are coming to the DC show. I can't wait to see you guys. Be sure to let me know if you're coming in the live chat or in the comment section. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. I'm so excited to talk about that with you in person. We'll briefly talk about DC because I'm going to get a consensus from the audience. I was like, do you all want to talk about Love and Marriage thing? And if it's this, look. No, not that one. If I look out and this is all I hear. I might just have to not talk about it. Might just not have to talk about it. Guys, how would you rate this week's episode of Love and Marriage DC? Based off my reaction, it would probably be in the 4 to 6 range. It would definitely be probably more so 5 than anything. Like I'm like half and half. I'm not that interested. Not that interested. Live chat, how would you rate it? Replay crew, how would you rate it? Are you still watching it? Or are you just watching my reviews? How dare you? Like ruining my Saturday night. Ruining my Saturday night. Then I got to talk about it. It's all right. It's all right. It's gonna be all right. 10 episodes. I mean, I hope that within those 10 episodes, it includes the reunion. Because if it doesn't... oh. Anyways, guys, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to share the video. Don't forget that you can take us on the go by downloading our podcast, Kempire, as well while you're there. Don't forget to give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. And Valentine's Day is only a few days away, so you still have some time to get you some Forever Roses. Not Forever Roses, sorry. Rose Forevers. Head on over to the description of our video, or if you're listening to this, of the audio. And don't forget, you can use the discount code Kempire40 for $40 off. Plus, you can get free worldwide shipping with a discount code Influencer. You can use both discounts. More information on our sponsor, Rose Forever, will be available in the description. Go get you some roses. If you're watching this, you can see how luscious my roses look. If you can only smell them, it smells great too. Get you something, or ask your man or girlfriend to get you something. More information, as I said before, will be available in the description. Thank you all for being here. I will see you guys later. I'm tired of talking about these people. I will see you all on TikTok. TikTok tonight for the halftime. No, for the Usher concert. See you guys then. Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all.
It's been dark way too long in this place. That bright smile long gone been replaced. From ear to ear I see that fear in your face. Tell me when the last time you felt safe, cause there's some evil people in the streets. Evil at your front door, creeping while you sleep. It's time to raise up, show that evil we ain't weak. We don't turn the other cheek, I can show you how to be strong. Come on, follow me. Heard you looking for a hero. Well, look up. No more running from the bad guy, I'ma stare him in the eye like, what's up? I know the journey got hard for a minute, but I ain't giving this up. Yeah, I got the heart of a champion. If I get knocked down, I get back up. We go through bad days, hard times, low pay, high crime, pathways to a life without sunshine. I'm the lifeline. With this life, I'm gonna be the pipeline, shining in the nighttime. Bet on me to swoop down. I'ma go toe to toe. Already know that I'm never gonna back down. Bet on me to stand tall. I take on anything for my crew. Bet I risk it all. Wicked people in the streets. Corruption in the politics and the police. It's time to raise up. Take a stand against the seat. We won't take a back seat. I can show you how to be strong. Come on, follow me. Heard you looking for a hero. Well, look up. No more running from the bad guy. I'ma stare him in the eye like, what's up? I know the journey got hard for a minute, but I ain't giving this up. Yeah, I got the heart of a champion. If I get knocked down, I get back up. Get back up. Get back up. Get back up. If I get knocked down, I'ma get back up. If I get knocked down, I'ma get back up. If I get knocked down, I'ma get back up. I'ma get back up. I'ma get back up. I'ma. Heard you looking for a hero. Well, look up. Yeah, no more running from that bad guy. Don't worry about it. I'm right here. What's up? I know that journey been hard for you. Okay, I ain't giving up. We ain't giving up. I got the heart of a champion. If I get knocked